Hey, hey, I love you. Praise God. Praise God. God be the glory. Hey, man, listen. Just because you fail, it ain't over. No, it ain't never over, man. Listen, man, listen. We fail over continuously throughout life. You got to get yourself up, man. I'm talking to you, young lady. Man, I'm really loving my young girls. Oh, wait. But I'm talking to you guys, too. It applies to us all, universally. Okay? Because you fail, that don't mean that it's over. I want you to understand something, man. Your body is a temple, man. Your body is the vessel, mentally and physically. You understand? It's very, very important that you keep your temple clean and that you keep your temple disciplined. Whatever you got going on, not just the food you put in your body, the things that goes on in your heart and in your mind, you got to keep it clean, man. You got to keep it clean like you keep your carpet clean. You got to keep it clean like you keep your dishes washed. You got to keep it clean like when you take the garbage out, when you sweep. You got to keep it clean, man. And if you don't have your house clean, maybe you should start doing that too. So maybe you understand the vessel. Listen, man, look, the power is inside you. The power is inside you, man. And whatever you let get into there and dirty up your house, you got to get rid of it. It's real simple as that, man. Listen, I'm not judging. I'm telling you what I have been a part of for so many years, man. Okay? For me to finally find out. See, God used me as a vessel now. And I don't use God in a weak way or to manipulate. That's not what it is. I'm just telling you because he's the head of my life. And I have to always give him praises because it's by his word. See, and he used me as a vehicle to reach you. See, you can understand me, man, because I'm talking in simple words, simple logic, man. It's just really basic. You understand what I'm saying? It's the things you need to do. See, just like when I told you guys about working out, when you start your routine. You got to understand, man, when you start up as a baby, and I'm going to break it down a little more. When you start out as a baby, you doing this yourself. When you sit down, when you say, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, I'm going to do 10 jumping jacks, I'm going to walk them out, you set your own routine and your own at your own pace. But don't set the pole, the bar. Don't set it up too high, man. You see, when you set things up too high, it's going to be hard to achieve. And it's, see, not hard to achieve, hard to keep doing consistently. You got to understand when you start your pace, start off small, something that you can do. See what I'm saying? And you write it down on the paper. And each day do that. Don't do no more, no less. And let me tell you a trick to failure in this area. A lot of people that do that, you don't understand. A professional or people that work out, they understand what I'm about to tell you now. See, you don't come out Monday. See, as we just say, first of all, 3 to 5 days a week is appropriate. You understand? 3 to 5 days a week. You got to give your muscles and your body time to rest and relax. You know, sometimes I even give my body a vacation. I might go 2 weeks, don't work out, but that'd be after about a year just with my routine, 3 or 5 days a week. But the common demise and failure in a lot of people is that when you start off your routine, right, and if you don't feel like going out Tuesday, you don't feel like going out Wednesday, right? You don't. You work out Monday, but you miss Tuesday for whatever reason. Stayed up late, rolling around in the hay, you know, doing what you do, you know, whatever it was that distracted you, which you think at that time that it's not very important. You tell yourself, I'm going to make up Thursday. So instead of coming out Thursday, instead of coming out Tuesday and Wednesday, you work 3 hours. And you say, okay, I made up for Tuesday and Thursday. No, don't work out like that, man. No. See, you give your all in your days, man. You be persistent, you be consistent. It does something to you mentally. Okay, this is part of cleaning your vessel, man. I'm telling you. Another mistake is this. People try to get other people as trainers and other people who work out to teach them how to work out. When you can look at any kind of video or anything and see what your routines are, those things become distractions as well. See, because you adding other people into your equation, man. See, you got to understand, and a lot of times people fail because they get distracted. A lot of people dress up and put on their workout clothes, not to even go work out. They just go to see the trainer. The trainer be trying to teach them how to work out, and they instead of bending and showing their booty and their titties and all kind of stuff. And the trainer is human. If that's what you want, okay, whatever. A lot of times they give me, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, you paying me for training. You don't want to train. All you want to do is screw. Then, okay, we'll screw. Boom, next. See, do it go? Yeah, it goes like that too because they human. But if you come in, you really on your workout, go down and be down on your workout. Don't get distracted. Same thing with the women. You go to women trainers, same thing. You go in there, you going to impress them. You getting distracted. See, you got to get away from your old self. You taking your old self with you, with the things that what you used to do. You see what I'm saying? And everywhere you go, when you take that old person with you, you're going to fail, man. So you got to understand, you got to change your thinking. You got to change what you do. You got to change with your goal. You got to be persistent. You got to be consistent. And you have to have a discipline when you do it. It's real simple, man. See, this is how you change. And see, your motivation is going to come from you internally. Because see, once you start growing and elevating, you start feeling good. Look, the air smells different. You can smell the evergreen. You can smell the trees. You can hear the birds. You can smell the hickory smoke in the air. You can see the beauty in other people. You can see the love and peace. That don't mean everything is good. That don't mean everything is glorious. It just means that that's the way it's supposed to be. See, don't let the people or anyone change the dynamics of who you are and the way you feel inside. This is you, man. It's what you put inside your mind and what you put inside your body. It's all correlated, meaning that one thing causes another. If you stay up late all night, man, rolling around sex and you're tired, rolling around at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, knowing you got to get up at 6, your whole day going to be miserable the next day. But you won't connect it to that. It's correlated, man. One thing caused another. You already know what's going to happen before you do it. That's okay. You fail. But when you realize and figure, don't do it no more. Same thing with anything. When you're going out on the track, it's okay to see and meet other people. It's okay when you go to a fitness center or to the gym. It's okay to work out and admire the beauty of other people. But you got to understand, you went there for a goal. If you got your regimen wrote down on paper, before you try to meet or focus or lose whatever you're trying to do, make sure you do your routine. Do what you came there for. And in the midst of you doing everything from one machine to the next, that you have a conversation or you bump into whoever or whatever and you talk, that's cool. But if they stopping you from what you're doing, your whole purpose was going there. You get what I'm saying? See, stay on your focus, man. Stay on your purpose of what you're supposed to do, because they're going to respect you too if that's what they own. But you got to understand, wherever you go, I don't care if it's on the track, on the library, or the fitness center, the gym, or whatever. You got people that's there for that reason, just to meet other people for all kind of reasons. You understand? So you got to understand, you're going to run into that. But if you let that distract you from what you're doing, then you just fail. See, that's what we're talking about, failure. See, avoid that. Anything wrong with them or that? No, man. I mean, they doing what they do. You get what I'm saying? So, see, listen, if you meet them in the midst of you completing everything, if that's somebody that's invaluable to you or somebody that you might like or have an interest, that's somebody you're going to continue talking to. But if that's a person that's mingling and moving around in the crowd for whatever reason they're doing, you know to dismiss them real fast. See, I'm going to tell you this too. Once you get to understand how clean your house, which is your vessel, once you understand, you're going to lose a lot of friends, man. You're going to lose a lot of relatives and you're going to lose a lot of friends because you ain't going to be confused about anything. See, if they either they're going to, like I told you before, either they're going to pull you away from who you're trying to be, you understand? Or either you're going to be somebody different and you're going to move on. And the reason why is that they feel as though that you know who they are because you left them on that level. You was on that level because you was confused. But you seen so many times everything was just going so wrong. You was putting it on everybody, blaming everybody. It was everybody else's fault. But it was you because you allowed it. You entertained it. See, because it's your body, it's your inside, it's your vessel, it's your mind. So you allowed it. See, it don't make you better than anybody when you leave it alone. It just means you grow. You have grown out of it, man. See, you lucky have grown out of it if at that point you have not lost your teeth, you not lost your eyeball, not got your brains knocked out, got shot all up, and all kinds of other stuff could have went wrong in that area of your life. When you leave, see, look, other people, what they hate most is that when you leave, you understand? And let me tell you, because it's not going to be easy. Once you graduate to the state that I'm telling you to get in, you're going to, man, go through all changes before you escape, because that's what they call it. See, escape. But if you don't succumb to all the trickery, see, all the conjuring and everything, you're going to be hated, man. See, not hated because of who you're going to become, but hated because they know that you know who they are now. See, they wasn't successful to keep you there. See, you got to sneak away, man. See, in the beginning, it's going to be hard. If you tell everybody your every move, you allowing them to destroy your blueprint. You allowing them to destroy your foundation. That's why in the beginning, you can't tell people what you're doing. You got to take your little routine, your little paper, and do your stuff. Like I say, you see people, but man, do your routine. That's what you out there for. Do your routine. You understand? When you tell your friends or whatever, oh man, I had just went out and went to the food market like that. Don't even tell them. See? But you steady building. And the more you steady building, don't tell them who you are. Their conversation and the dialogue gonna become more crystal clear. Because they not fitting into who you molding to be. See, the reason why I'm saying it like that is because when you're telling them what you're doing, they're not going to come at you the same way. It's going to be more conniving and obscure. You're not going to be able to understand and see it. It's going to be blurry. You see what I'm saying? See, so they intent. But when you escape, or when you get to the point that you're comfortable and you know what you're doing and you're confident in what you're doing, then start telling, man, I be working out, man. That's what I've been doing. You ain't told me you was going so and so. After about 2 months, that's what you tell them. Because, see, you know where you at now. I ain't got to tell you, man. See, you're gonna say, man, this old man on social media, man, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, he was saying, man, and you know what, man, woo woo. Right. See, tell them when you get to the point where you know. See, because what I'm telling you now, you got to find out on your own. See, once you do exactly what I'm telling you, you're gonna find out. And once you find out, you're gonna figure out the rest of the way yourself. I ain't gotta tell you. You're gonna know it on your own. But you got to figure out yourself. When you go out there, man, understand the beauty of life, the universe, man. See, it's not about talk. It's about action. See, it's about the air. We can't control the air. See, we can't control our senses, what we smell, what we see, what we hear, what we feel. See, that's natural and normal for all of us. See, how we engage it, that's what it is, man. You understand? See, people who adapt to the riches of the world, see, they convinced that they have a certain kind of power because of the abundance in the industry. Man, look, let me tell you something. Those things are temporal, man. If you don't have the things that I'm telling you to build on, those things are temporal. The things I'm telling you to build on, that stuff is going to come to you and it's going to be minute to you. It ain't going to mean anything to you because you're a different person. Those things are going to come to you naturally. See, because you're going to realize who you are. You're not on that level. It don't mean anything. You got it or you don't. When you got it, you give it, you pass it. Because you don't live on that. You only live enough that means to live on. You don't need all of that. See, some people don't have to be who I'm telling you to be because they covered up with a lot of makeup and lipstick, which is the abundance, the industry. See, listen, those things are temporal, man. See, just like the birds in the air, how they fly. Just like how the seasons change, how the flower and the leaves wither up in the fall and blow away in the wind, that's the same thing with the riches of the world. See, not the riches of us, the riches of the world. So be careful, man, as you start this journey, this path. Your odyssey is about to begin. Trust what I tell you. God is good. Like I told you, man, I never come to you with the Bible in my hand, but it's always about God. I got to give him his praise. I got to give him his glory. Thank you, Jesus. You guys be blessed. Have a good day.
Never thought I'd know such pleasure. Never thought I'd come to feel the tenderness of your touch, the good taste of your sweet love, the sexiness of your appeal. When you smile, I saw angels, and all my worries disappeared. You looked at me with your heart, blessed me with your wonder, and heard my picture in your ear.